He also participated in track and field, setting a county record in the triple jump. He won an athletic scholarship to the University of Massachusetts, where he majored in political science from 1968 to 1971. He played for the Minutemen under coach Jack Lehman, who gave him the nickname Doctor for his academic prowess. He averaged 26.3 points and 20.2 rebounds per game in his 2 seasons, becoming one of only 5 players ever to average more than 20 points and 20 rebounds per game in a collegiate career. He led the Minutemen to 2 consecutive Yankee Conference titles and their first NCAA tournament appearance in 1971. He was a 2-time All-Yankee Conference selection and a 3rd-team All-American in 1971. He left Massachusetts after his junior year and joined the Virginia Squires of the ABA. About Julius Erving's personal life. Erving was married to Turquoise Erving from 1972 until 2003. Together they had 4 children, Julius III, Jasmine, Chio, and Corey. In 2000, their 19-year-old son Corey went missing for weeks until he was found drowned after driving his vehicle into a pond. In 1979, Erving began an affair with sports writer Samantha Stevenson, resulting in the 1980 birth of Alexandra Stevenson, who would become a professional tennis player. Erving met Stevenson for the first time on October 31, 2008. In 2003, Erving fathered a second child outside of his marriage, Justin Kangas, with a woman named Doris Madden. Julius and Turquoise Erving were subsequently divorced, and Erving continued his relationship with Madden, with whom he had 3 more children, Jules Erving and 2 others, including Julieta, who was born in 2005. They married in 2008 and moved from St. George, Utah to Buckhead, Atlanta in Georgia in 2009 while managing their Atlanta Golf and Country Club. In 1988, Erving received the Golden Plate Award of the American Academy of Achievement. On September 10, 2021, Erving attended an unveiling ceremony at the University of Massachusetts Amherst for statues honoring himself and fellow UMass alumni and Basketball Hall of Fame members John Calipari, Marcus Camby, and Jack Lehman. The ceremony was attended by former teammates, coaches, family, and current players of the UMass men's and women's basketball teams. Erving is a Christian and has been involved in various charitable and humanitarian causes, such as the American Heart Association, the Boys and Girls Clubs of America, and the Salvation Army. About Julius Erving's professional career.
Dr. J.
Erving played for the Virginia Squires from 1971 to 1973, averaging 27.7 points and 15.7 rebounds per game in his rookie season. He was traded to the New York Nets in 1973, where he became the best-known player in the ABA. He led the Nets to 2 ABA championships in 1974 and 1976, winning the ABA MVP and the ABA Playoffs MVP awards in both years. He also won the ABA scoring title 3 times and the ABA Slam Dunk Contest in 1976. He was a 5-time ABA All-Star and a 5-time All-ABA first-team selection. When the ABA merged with the NBA in 1976, the Nets sold Erving's contract to the Philadelphia 76ers. Erving became the leader and the face of the franchise, leading the 76ers to the NBA Finals 4 times in 7 years. He won his first and only NBA championship in 1983, along with his second NBA All-Star Game MVP award. He also won the NBA MVP award in 1981 and the J. Walter Kennedy Citizenship Award in 1983. He was an 11-time NBA I'm never gonna stop, never gonna stop loving you. Stop loving. And remember, kindness is God's currency. And I bet you didn't know that this was a sample. All eyes on me, little like a thug and just till the day I got, little like a boss play. Oh, I'm never gonna stop, never gonna stop. Can't stop loving you. Stop loving. And remember, kindness is God's currency. All eyes on me. You know what? I bet you got it twisted, you don't know who to trust. Y'all got any money? I don't want no poor ass thing, okay? I've been down that road already. Yeah, I want a man with some money and a job. All right. Got to have a job. I want somebody to bring me that check every week. Yeah, man. Y'all got any money? I don't want no poor ass man, okay? Did you know you can use skill? Why does not? Why do you? Welcome to the. Alex, she's gonna get white people shortly after. I'm the type of girl who understands. Yep. All right, let's go to DC, baby. Let's go to the DMV. Y'all know what it is.
Y'all hear that bass line? Slim be on that bass line.
Years. He won his first and only NBA championship in 1983, along with his second NBA All-Star Game MVP award. He also won the NBA MVP award in 1981 and the J. Walter Kennedy Citizenship Award in 1983. He was an 11-time NBA All-Star and a 7-time All-NBA selection. He retired in 1987 at the age of 37 after having become the third professional player to have scored a career total of 30,000 points. When he retired, Irving ranked in the top 5 in scoring, 3rd, field goals made, 3rd, field goals attempted, 5th, and steals, 1st. On the combined NBA/ABA scoring list, Irving ranked 3rd with 30,026 points. As of now, Irving ranks 8th on the list, behind only LeBron James, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Karl Malone, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, Dirk Nowitzki, and Wilt Chamberlain. About Julius Erving other works. After his playing career ended, Irving
Dr.
spent
J,
time
baby.
as a television basketball analyst, a sports executive, and a businessman. He worked as an analyst for NBC from 1993 to 1997 and for the Orlando Magic as vice president of RDV Sports and executive vice president from 1997 to 2003. He also owned a Coca-Cola bottling plant in Philadelphia and a car dealership in Atlanta. Irving and former NFL running back Joe Washington fielded a NASCAR Busch Series team from 1998 to 2000, becoming the first ever NASCAR racing team at any level owned completely by minorities.
In 2024.
See, I didn't know that. See, that's why it's very important to deep dive into my history. You feel me? Because I think Michael Jordan has a NASCAR race team along with Joe Gibbs. So it must be some money in that, like big money. Of course it is. That NASCAR been around since forever. So, and it show what kind of money you playing with when you can have your own race team that you a part of, you a partner, any kind of owner, just like having a share in the NFL team. I think Rick Ross got a share in the NFL team. Uh, I think Usher has a stake, a share in the Cleveland Browns. No, not the Cleveland. Uh, the Cleveland Cavaliers. So when they won their chip, Usher won a ring too with LeBron on the team. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So How cool was that? That LeBron, after leaving, after getting drafted by his hometown of Cleveland, I don't think that's his hometown. He from Akron, but it's Ohio. But the Cleveland Cavaliers drafted him, but he leave to go to Miami and get 2 rings. Then he go back to get a ring, and then he get a ring with the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? Awesome career. But just like Jordan, everybody gonna be who's the GOAT. Is it Jordan? Is it you know, uh is it Jordan or is it what I'm saying, LeBron? So I have a 22-year-old. He LeBron. He come up with LeBron. We actually met LeBron. Okay, we seen LeBron at when Bronny Jr. was probably 12. We saw him at a AAU tournament in North Carolina, and LeBron was there. I got the pictures, I got the video, and when I come across it, I'll post that joint. But it was crazy. My son was like he seen a ghost. He couldn't stop staring at him, and I was so close to LeBron because he was in a roped off section. But if I had an apple, I could hit him and not throw it, but I can. That's how close we was to him. So that was just awesome. That's why, man, you gotta travel the world. You gotta get out of your area and go places because it's a lot of people that we admire, that we love just from what they do. Musicians, ball players, and so forth. And you're not going to see them just sitting around in your neighborhood or in your house. You gotta go places, in the world. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of time these people be on vacation and you just bump into them. You know what I'm saying? And you know, and a lot of them are gracious, and a lot of them are assholes. So, you know, they say Jordan is an asshole when you come up on him. If there's no cameras or nothing around, they say Steve Harvey is like that, but he haven't been like that to me. So I'm not going to condemn him, but that's what I heard allegedly. So you got to say that. You always got to say allegedly to protect yourself. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. But we talking about Dr. J, Julius Irvin, and who was the MJ before MJ came on the scene. All the exciting things that we see LeBron do, that we see Jordan do, that we saw Kobe do. Dr. J was that guy before all of these guys. So he birthed these guys. He their daddy at the end of the day. And I grew up watching Dr. J. So, but who is really the GOAT? If we can just go on by the rings, is Bill Russell. Bill Russell had 11 rings from one team as a player. So this where things get sketchy at. Why Jordan going to be the GOAT to me and the guys in my era is going to vouch for that. Jordan did it all on one team. He didn't have to go on tour. He didn't have to go to Miami. He didn't have to go to LA and then come back to Cleveland where he started to get his rings. He had it all in one spot. That's what made Jordan so great. You know what I'm saying? And he gonna be the GOAT forever. Just from that alone. He got 6 rings. So no matter what kind of stats that LeBron put up, you ain't got 6 rings. So when you get 6, now you need to get 7. And every stat that LeBron is making, then that would shut Jordan down as the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? But before all of them, it was Dr. J. You feel me? Then you got I keep forgetting that guy's name. I want to call him Horace Grant, but he got 11 rings with different teams. Let me look him up. He They say he look like Will Smith. Uh I don't know why I keep forgetting that dude's name. Let me look it up. Robert Ory. Robert Ory. That's his name. Robert Ory. Yeah. Let me look up Robert Ory. Oh, he my age, 1970. He 55. He got 11 rings from different teams. On the teams he been on. He been to Spurs, LA. He was with the Houston Rockets. Back to LA. Yeah. So between LA, the Rockets, and the Spurs. Yeah. Robert Ory. 11 rings. That's what he looked like. Yeah. But he 55. He born 1970. That's me right there. We be 56 this year. And you know who share a birthday with me too? Martin Lawrence and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. So, I'm ready to I'm gonna meet these guys. And then wow, give y'all some back history. Y'all know Martin Lawrence is from the DMV. He's from Palmer Park, Maryland, which is in Landover, Maryland. And I lived in Bright Seat Road, on Bright Seat Road, which is literally around the corner from Palmer Park. And Sugar Ray Leonard is from Palmer Park, DMV, Maryland, which is in Landover. And they live 2 blocks apart. Sugar Ray maybe is 10 years older than Martin. And and I'm sure they didn't know each other back in the day, but it's just funny how small the world is, even though how big the world is, if that makes sense. But just dropping some history on y'all. But Sugar Ray Leonard built a gym, a boxing gym. That's why every time you see Martin, he always, like he spawned because he attended Sugar Ray Leonard gym as a kid. And he, I guess, early on wanted to box, but it just didn't work out. But, he's from the birth home and area of Sugar Ray Leonard. That's why. So when he be doing all that, that's in honor of Sugar Ray Leonard. And another fun fact, uh, I got married in the church that Sugar Ray Leonard got married in, which is First Baptist of Highland Park, by Dr. Henry, uh, what's his name? Damn, let me look it up. I'm sorry. Henry Davis, Dr. Henry Davis, Pastor Dr. Henry Davis, and then when I got married again, he came out. No, I'm sorry. My first marriage was at my wife, God, sister, husband church, and he came out and married us. But then my second wife, we got married at the church, and then my wife joined the church. So we still members there. So yeah, to this day. And he from New York. My wife from New York. So they got a lot to talk about, from back in the day, you know, when they used to be in New York, roaming around, and so when we go to New York, you know, uh, my wife said she used to see Ashford and Simpson on a regular. Dougie Fresh. Dougie Fresh had a fish shop when I initially went up to New York back in 2012, and my last year up New York, last time I was there, we went to the Dapper Dan house, which is now a retailer of. He's an agent of Gucci now. You know what I'm saying? Gucci sanctioned him to make clothes and sell the Gucci brand clothes. So Dapper Dan got a big corner house, brownstone, with Gucci on the door. And your boy went and knocked on the door. And, I don't be thinking, I'm not savvy with this camera and uh, videos like I need to be because I didn't record going to his house and knocking on the door. Nobody answered. But I was trying to get his book. Dapper Dan just wrote a book. And probably a couple of years, 3 years ago, something like that. I was trying to buy his book for my mother-in-law because, she moved down in the DMV area from New York, and I was trying to get that for her. So, yeah. So, and then I was also trying to get Big Gene Deal book, and he told me hit him when we got up in New York, but we was moving my mother-in-law, and that was kind of real hectic because my mother-in-law had 40 years of things in her home that we had to pry through, and it's real sentimental it was a lot of sentimental things that she didn't want to let go, and that we tried to take at the last minute. So it was real chaotic. I never reached out to Big Jane, but if Big Jane ever in the DMV, I'm gonna roll up on him and get his book. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, because I think he writing a third book. He got two books out, and yeah. But we touched bases, and he wrote me back. So yeah, you know what I'm saying. So but yeah. All right, I'm off today. It's President's Day, so happy Barack Obama Day, and that's how I'm living with it. And yeah, we be back throughout the day. That's how we giving it up. Peace. I'll see y'all in a little bit.